Okay guys, so since the bass bite has been pretty much shit this fall so far, I'm gonna try to do something pretty daring and ambitious, and I'm gonna go for some carp. But not only am I gonna go for some carp, I'm gonna go for carp on bait finesse gear. So got the ALDEBARAN 50 with a special shallow spool, which in hindsight I should have used the stock spool, but I've got 4-pound fluorocarbon on the Seek Bass 7-foot or 6'10" or 6'11" rod, which is pretty light powered from 2 to 10 grams in lure rating. Now I don't know if you guys can see, I should have got the polarized filter for the GoPro, but I got my polarized glasses on now, and there are several huge carp. In fact, there's a carp swimming, either as a carp or a drum, swimming right below us right now. He looks to be bordering on 10 pounds. He is massive. He's like a damn football, well, 2 footballs put together. There's also a huge gar swimming around, which I think kind of scared the trout off. But I'm gonna see if I can catch one of these carp. Now the plan is, if I actually hook into one, I'm gonna have to fight him and bring him all the way down to the bottom of these steps to see if I can land him. And yeah, let's see what happens. Now I bought some carp dough and I bought some corn. Let's start off with the corn first. And the hook that I'm using, in hindsight, is probably a little too big, but I did want something stout. There it is right there. This water is super clear, so I'm sure they're going to see that hook, but hopefully the scent of that corn will cause them to bite anyway. And in fact, a whole pack of carp are swimming right under me right now. They're swimming towards this big, probably 3.5 foot long gar that's swimming on the side of this wall. There are huge gar everywhere. So yeah, let's see what happens. Okay guys, so I got 3 corn stuck on this hook, hopefully concealing the hook. And I brought a float as well, but I'm gonna try to just jig this corn off the side first. See if I can snag one of these huge carp. 2 huge monster carp just swam right under me, probably approaching 15 pounds each. So if I actually hook into one of these, I'm gonna be in a shitload of trouble. I also see some big bass down there too. Now this is known as a trout area, not really a bass area, but there are some big bass in here. I saw a bunch of them earlier today. Oh, I got something. Oh my God, what is that? If that's what I think it is, that is a monster crappie. That thing is huge. Holy shit. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know where he came from, but that guy took some corn. That thing is huge. Is that a crappie? Yeah, I'm gonna have to weigh this guy. Okay, so from here on out, I'm definitely gonna have to narrate this catch because I was cussing way too much from excitement. Now here I'm trying to decide if I want to back up a couple of stair steps to get my bag and net, or go down and land that crappie first because I don't want to lose it. But I wisely get my bag and net because my scale is in the bag. So I have never purposely targeted crappie before, and when I catch them, they're always on accident. So that being said, for me, this is an absolutely huge crappie. Now it looks like it's even bigger than that monster black-nosed crappie I caught a few months ago, so it goes without saying that I'm pretty excited at this point. Now the fish didn't weigh as much as I thought it would, as I expected it to be around 2 pounds, but I think my scale could be off as well. It definitely felt heavier than 1.2 pounds, but either way, now I have a benchmark for my personal best crappie. Quick release. My mom would have loved to eat that guy. That is ridiculous, guys. Okay, let's try to get a carp. That wasn't the target species, but wow. Okay, so back to carp. Now apparently these fish are not the dumb, stupid trash fish a lot of people think they are. They're actually pretty crafty and apparently very, very cautious. The corn had 0 results on the carp, so I switched over to carp dough on a float. Now, the carp dough does actually get some interest, but no takers. Now, what I did notice was a pattern though. Now, the same schools of carp would swim by the dough, closer and closer each time, and I actually had a couple of huge ones bump into the bait and kind of hover around, but they never committed. So, from what I observed, all these carp were just swimming around making big laps around this certain area. The big schools had the smaller fish, while the much bigger carp only swam in packs of like 2 or 3. Now they weren't foraging around the bottom like they were feeding, so I'm wondering if it's the spawn season for them and all these fish are just a lot of males following around a female trying to mate. In any event, I didn't manage to catch one, and I think the fact that I was also using a big exposed hook and a bright orange float probably had something to do with that as well. So that means I'm coming back later and better prepared with smaller hooks and either a clear bobber or one that's colored black. Now if I'm successful, of course I'm going to share that with all you guys, but in the end I consider this day a success because I caught my personal best crappie and I have a benchmark to test it against in the future. Alright guys, thanks a lot.